Welcome to the channel, Nation. I'm Jaden Chase, and these are some of the top stories making headlines today. Now, Nation, sometimes most of the youth them act up and act out because of problems at the home. Now, I don't know what to the parents. Recently, we have a woman being charged for taking the lives of her own two children. Now, the Trelawney police have confirmed that they have arrested a father for having intercourse with his two daughters. I'm going to tell you about step siblings, biological children. Now, the Trelawney police have arrested and charged a 43-year-old man for having intercourse with his daughters who are under the age of consent. Now, the reports are that the father had intercourse with both girls each time they visited him from 2019 onwards. We are telling about years of abuse. However, the sisters reported that they were fearful of reporting their father to the police, but accompanied by an adult, they recently reported their father to the authorities. He was subsequently arrested and charged following an interview with members of the Center of Investigations for these offenses. Now, after interview, meaning to basically either him confess to the crimes or him never have adequate explanations for the questions being presented by investigators. Yo, I don't know how I go on. We see what take place though with the youth them. As a matter of fact, we see another video being circulated around social media with two youth, male and female though, engaged in activity where some people that say should be set aside for adults. Them should have focus on studies and things of that nature. But because of certain situation taking place even within the home, certain youth are forced to grow up at a younger age and get exposed to a certain type of lifestyle. Nation, truth be told, the youths are the future, and we have to look at the situation for what it is. There is already an attack on the future of the country. If the youth are already getting involved in criminal activity at the school level, if our young women are already engaged in certain activity at the school level, and as we have seen in many situations, our situations being pushed into these lifestyles by their very own parents, then what that going to lead to? Take a moment to think about it. I mean, it's a serious situation. Now on to the other stories making headlines today. Yes, Nation, now let's continue reasoning. Now, the Manchester police have confirmed that a taxi operator known as Orlando Powell was charged for the fatal mob attack of a man in Manchester recently. Now, the commander of the Manchester police, Superintendent Lloyd Darby, says Powell was taken into custody after being identified in the CCTV footage of the attack itself. Darby said Powell was placed before the court and was offered a $500,000 bail. Notice said that the victim, Shifting Campbell, 62, was attacked by the mob in Mandeville on May 6 after being pointed out by an unknown individual as someone who had allegedly robbed a man some time ago. Now it is unclear whether if Powell was that individual who identified Shifting, or he was just an individual on the CCTV footage who seems to be the individual who laid the fatal blow. As the report from the autopsy conducted is that Campbell's death was as a result of blunt force trauma to the head and neck. Of course, this taxi operator being charged would not bring back the life of Campbell, but at least his family and residents of his community were calling for justice, saying that his death was being labeled as the fact that he was a criminal and that an angry mob turned upon him after he conducted some form of criminal activity, which was not the case, as his wife had just flown in from overseas and was getting her hair and nails done. He just drop her off and step across the street to go purchase something. Upon exiting the place where him go, people, as them say, point him out, say him do what him never do, and the mob just turn upon him. Definitely a sad situation. Now, the superintendent and the commander on the ground stated that they are using the opportunity to point out to citizens across the island to refrain from these types of activities. And these are signs that people are just fed up with criminal activity overall. Despite the high level of crime and violence, truth be told, citizens do not approve and are seeking ways to stop the problem. But there is always a drawback when you take justice into your own hands. And this is a prime example of that situation. Now on to the other stories making headlines. Yes, nation, now the Prime Minister has started a discussion that we feel like it's a discussion that needs to be had. The Prime Minister has pointed out that Jamaica is now moving towards having a coding program, a national coding program. Whether that means that these levels or these skills will now be taught or offered at the educational level, whether high school or tertiary. Now here's where it gets controversial. The Prime Minister stated that he's also taking the opportunity to call individuals who are either considering or already a part of the criminal lifestyle, that of cybercrimes, stating that their talents could be put to better use. He stated that there are a number of programmers on the island and all are now employed, and that there is a rush to create new job opportunities here on the island, seeing that the global economy has somewhat changed. And in this day and age, one of our biggest sectors is the BPO, the call center industry, which has created an unimaginable level of employment on the island. We never know who could have so much employment for youth. Remember, once upon a time, even after having subjects, whether A level or just regular subjects, there was this thing of job experience. I remember you're not getting enough at the high school level. So leaving high school with just that 2-week or 3-week job experience where them used to, them even still do it no more, which with Big C and new rules across the globe. Anyway, with that level of experience, it used to become hard for individuals to get a job. Truth be told. Now we have individuals who leave school having enough subjects, and even some without, being able to get trained in a short duration and then being employed at these call centers. Yo, the government has stated at the first unemployment ever so low. And with proof of that work model, I guess the government is saying that we can have skilled labor in the technology industry as well. And truth be told, in majority of the first world countries, technological advances are what push these nations forward. Think about it. If the infrastructure is not here, we can create major factories and things of that nature. Even though, truth be told, if the right investment is made, we have enough land space on the island to do some whole heap of things. But truth be told, the internet is readily accessible. Coding and data entry are something we can do from anywhere on the planet. Anywhere on the planet. You can be a coder if your company were located somewhere else on the globe. So this is a good look. And with the government saying that, them are called the individuals who want to take up the chopper lifestyle, who feel like, all right, their talents would better be invested in something online, something cyber. Well, the government is stating that it does not have to be cyber crimes, but that there are job opportunities being developed in the technology industry. It's a good look. Talk to me. Tell me how you feel, nation. You know what I mean? As I'm saying, quick recap going forward. A father has been arrested and charged for one of the worst crimes where a parent can commit against them own youth. And also, the fact that the Prime Minister is now making calls to the younger generation of individuals who have just left school and feel like there are only few or limited job opportunities where technology is concerned. Talk to me, nation. Tell me how you feel. As I may say, the situation with the father and the own youth them. I don't know. Seeing that me heard right after me hear about a mother and her own youth them. And then with all I will see take place with the youths at schools. The extra level of violence I will see take place. The whole heap of videos them I will see come out. You know what I mean? Child's Month does happen recently. So obviously all them things they are found out. And you see me? You just look away. And knowing that the youth are the future. If these are the situations being faced by the youth, then what does that say about the future of the nation? How they going to move forward? Talk to me in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe icon, then the bell icon, of course put it on all, and this is how you know you'll be notified of all fresh content as soon as fresh content is uploaded and made available for you right here on the platform. The like icon is also in close proximity to the share icon. Drop a like and bust a share. Until the reason again, live, love, and prosper, and of course, stay tuned.